Good afternoon, it's JD here from theinstituteofwow.com, and if you are a business owner, you might like to just, stop scrolling for just, I don't know, a few minutes to pick up a tip here on Facebook advertising. And if you don't own a business, well, keep scrolling, all right? I'm probably not going to be very interesting to you if you don't own a business. And I know that there's a few sarcastic business owners who are watching this right now go, you know what, I'm a business owner, JD, and I'm bored. But anyway, I'm going to give it a shot. Facebook ads. And it's the flavour of the month, it's the new black, it's sexier than organic food, isn't it? I have a whole bunch of clients on our coaching program who are glad that they're hanging around because they're learning a new way to use their Facebook advertising, because what they've been doing up until now hasn't been bringing home the bacon. And what I'm about to tell you is a strategy which is probably against all of the conventional wisdom you've heard from a lot of people in the advertising and in the digital advertising space. And that is, I'm going to tell you to put a whole bunch of long copy above your photo. And you're going to say to me, oh yeah, but it's all about the click. No, it's not. It's all about the warm click. And my headline above here hopefully got your attention to watch this, and that is, are you wasting money? Are your ads failing? Because you aren't putting a long copy I should say, above your video or above your photo. Videos I can live with having some short copy because the whole idea is to get them to watch the video, but I'll get onto that in just a moment. If you've got a photo ad in Facebook and you're finding that you are getting bad clicks, it's possibly because you're using stunt mentality. It's weird, isn't it? I look a bit of a sissy when I do that, don't I? Okay. Every time I do one of these things, because you can see yourself on the screen, you've got these gigantic hands. Back to Facebook. So the thing is that if you are just putting a line or two of copy above the Facebook graphic, which is conventional wisdom, then there's a pretty good chance that you are getting bad clicks. In other words, you're paying Facebook a bucket load of money for people who just stopped there and went, oh yeah, that looks interesting, click. And when they get through to your landing page, then they're not really warm prospects at all, which means that Facebook are getting rich off you, but you're not getting the right prospect to your landing page. And I wanted to show you something that we've been experimenting with lately, and it's called long form copy. And I'll show you as I flip my little camera around. I'll show you what we've been doing. This is what we do. Okay, this is just on my computer. I'm sorry, it's not a screenshot. I haven't got time to set that up at the moment. But this happens to be promoting an event that we've got coming up tomorrow night, as a matter of fact. And you'll see there, it's long form copy, long form copy, long form copy, and then it gets to the photo that says have dinner with a marketing maverick, Tuesday, boardroom style. This is tomorrow night, by the way. If you're on the Gold Coast, you might like to come to this. It's wowevening.com.au. But only if you're an established business. We do various events for startups and for small businesses, but this one is only if you're doing 400k or more a year. But you'll see here there's a whole bunch of explanatory copy, and let me just read that to you so you can understand what I'm talking about. Own a business and doing 400k turnover, well, you want to really scale. In other words, you're already successful, so we're not looking for life raft clingers, okay? You've already got an established business, you're successful, but you want this to be a year that you really grow to another level. With this complimentary tapas dinner event tomorrow night, Tuesday the 26th, on the Gold Coast, could be a game changer. Details are at this. Now, the reason that I'm suggesting that you might want to put your link here is because if they click that, I don't pay Facebook anything. That's a little ninja trick that I've learned from overseas. Just put that in there, and if they click that and go through to your landing page, then you aren't going to pay Facebook. John Dwyer, Australia's #1 avalanche lead, blah, 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 wind up my ass. He'll showcase the marketing formula that delivered 139,000 leads from an Australian company in just 1 week. This dinner is not for you if you're a startup, okay? But if your business is established and doing over 400k annually, then this jaw-dropping client attraction marketing formula, blah, 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 blah. So the point is that I guess what I'm saying, we have got a presentation at this event tomorrow night, which suits business that have been doing a certain amount of turnover. So do you think I wanted to put a picture on, let me see if I can bring that up for you. Give me a second. The picture that I'm showing in that ad is this. Let me just turn the little camera around. That's the sort of picture we're showing. This is a boardroom mastermind style meeting for just a dozen or so businesses who are doing, or that are doing, over 400k. And the reason is because the content that I have in tomorrow night's event is really for an established business. You're going to have to be able to afford to spend a certain amount of money on Facebook or Instagram or direct mail or whatever I might be preaching tomorrow night. You need to be an established business. Now, do I want unestablished businesses? In other words, do I want startups to be done clicking through to the landing page? No, and let me just show you what the landing page looks like. As I'm going to give you a headache, by the way. This is my object in life, is to really, it will freak you out with these big hands, and then out by going backwards and forwards to the computer. Okay, so this is a free, what do I call it, boardroom mastermind tapas dinner with Marketing Maverick JD, and as you'll scroll down that page, it talks about a tasty dinner, blah, 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 has a video there explaining it, and then it tells you where to go, okay, both here this week in Gold Coast and then next week over in Brisbane, up in Brisbane. So the point is, do you really think that I want a startup business at that event? No, I don't. And the reason that I don't is not because I have anything against startup businesses. Goodness me, I've had enough of them. It's just that tomorrow night at this event, I'm going to be providing content for businesses that are established. And so therefore, if the business isn't established and is not doing 400K or more, then they won't be able to execute the things that I'm teaching tomorrow night. So we know that there's only a small percentage of businesses doing over that. So that's why we're having it in a boardroom. And that's why what we want is the actual clicks when they click my Facebook ad to be qualified. In other words, they've voted with their finger, okay? They've said, yeah, we're established, we're doing over 400K, we're doing 500, 600, 700 million, whatever it may be. That dinner might be for us. Because if a startup was to come to my dinner tomorrow night, then this would be way above their budget, okay? The sort of things that I'll be suggesting on Facebook and other means will be above their budget. It's called Message to Market Match. And I wanted to just highlight to you that if you're running Facebook ads at the moment and your graphic just has 1 or 2 lines above it because you want to get the click at any cost, well, that's what you're getting it for, at any cost. Facebook are charging you for that click, and if it's not a warm click, why did you want it in the first place? So I guess the thing is that rather than conventional wisdom saying it's all about the click, my view is no, it's all about the qualified click. Now, the thing is, am I getting as many clicks for tomorrow night's boardroom function? So therefore, tomorrow night's function that's going to be in a room here in the Gold Coast, that'll look something like this. Am I getting as many clicks as I normally would if I was holding a big event for 60, 70, 80, 100 businesses in a hotel room? No, of course not. And am I paying more per click? Of course I am. Whereas normally I might pay anywhere between $20 and $40 a registration. Forget the click for the moment, okay, because it's fine to get them to click through to your registration page. Then your next calculation is how many people who come to the registration page would actually click to buy your product. In my instance, it's to actually book a seat. So therefore, my seat at a normal seminar that I've got 80 or 100 people at would probably be paying somewhere between $20 and $40, depending upon when we change the ads and so forth. On the one tomorrow night, I'm happy if I pay $100, $150, $200, because I'm going to have people in the room who are running a bigger business, which means they're more likely when they see my presentation to go, you know what, that guy's got half a brain, I think I'll invest in his coaching program. And when they do that, because it will be a private coaching program that I'll be pitching, they actually have the budget to do the Facebook ads, to do the Instagram ads, to do the direct mail and everything else, to fix their website and all the things that I'll be telling them to do once I put together a marketing plan for their business, because that's what I do in the private coaching arena. So therefore, it's message to market match, but it's also making sure that I get the right people in the room. It's no use me having a uni student or startup with no money in tomorrow night's event. That's why I've made it a boardroom mastermind. So therefore, the two things hopefully you'll take out of this is, number one, message to market match. Make sure your message and your imagery and all of that suits the actual product or service that you're offering. And the second thing is, don't be frightened to put a whole bunch of copy above your graphic. Now, Facebook won't show it like that. Obviously, it'll have a paragraph and that'll say read more, click. Another paragraph, read more, click. But by the time they read more, then you'll find, if I can just bring it back again without boring you, if you just let me put your camera around, when they actually do read more, read more, read more, then the ad will scroll down like that, and then of course come to your photo. One thing I should point out to you too, and that is that sell once to many. Just before I do go, I mean, this is basically around Facebook advertising, but this Facebook advertising that I'm showcasing you, my version of it, is again selling once to many. I'm holding an event, inviting people to come to a tapas dinner, and at that tapas dinner, they'll get a bucket load of content. There's no way that anyone could possibly leave that without going, oh wow, that was fantastic, thank you JD. And if they leave and never talk to me again, well, that's fine, that's the risk I take. But there's a good chance there'll be a few people at that event who will say, yeah, look, I really like this, and I've got the budget to sustain the sort of recommendations that you're making. So therefore, how do we join your private coaching program? And then of course they will get them to tell me what their business is. We'll have a meeting and off we go. So the thing is that it's sell once to many, and if you're not doing that, you should be considering doing it. But doing it under the right guise, in other words, doing what I've just explained to you there. You don't want people in your Tupperware party or your whatever it is event who don't fall into a category of warm prospects. And that's why if you're going to be doing Facebook advertising, or for that matter LinkedIn or Instagram, doesn't matter, I'm just talking about across social media, make sure the brand persona is correct, make sure your message to market match is correct, and make sure that if you actually have a graphic, that you put a whole bucket of copy above that. Normally, I say to people, look, just grab the copy that was doing the heavy lifting in your registration page or your landing page and put that above the actual ad. Let me show you before I go a stunning statistic. I actually spoke on the weekend at a dentist's convention, on Friday it was, I'm sorry, and I showed them the power of the long form copy. There was about 80 odd dentists in the room, and so therefore I said to them, have a look at a recent campaign we've run for a dentist's business where we've taken, and I've got to give full credit to my implementation coach here, a guy called Simon, who's just a great colleague, and Simon was at this event with me. And I showcased what he'd been doing and what we had achieved in just a short space of, I think, 2 weeks worth of Facebook advertising. We had taken this dentistry's business Facebook lead cost from $86 or $87, I think it was, down to as low as $4.50. And let me show you a screenshot here so you can see what I'm talking about. I'll take the camera off here, if you don't mind, and put it closer to the screen. Okay, so you'll see there that what we've got is, well, this is what they used to be paying over here. So you'll see there that's $86 for a lead, and as you come across to what's happening now, there you go, you'll see women, that's female, just there, so that's female, between 35 and 45, $4.52, and for just all people, 35 to 55, $14.97. But you can see there's a massive difference to what was being paid over here, $86.23 and $86.29, across to what's happening once we put the long form advertising up, $4.50 and $14.97. So, you know, thanks very much to my great colleague and implementation coach Simon, who's been helping with that. And if you are wanting some assistance with your digital marketing, or you just want some more consumers or some more clients, call them what you like, customers, clients, consumers, then you can do either one of two things. Number one, you can come to tomorrow night's event if you happen to be on the Gold Coast or near to the Gold Coast, and you'll see the link above, which is wowevening.com.au. Or if you wanted to book a call and talk to myself or one of my implementation coaches, then you can go to the link above, which is bookawowcall.com. He says, as a blatant pitch, okay? Right, I'll leave it at that. If you are looking to improve your Facebook advertising, think about long form copy on the top of this. By the way, if you needed, if you wanted any critique of your Facebook advertising, just comment below. Just say, JD, I would like a critique of my latest Facebook ads, and yeah, we'll contact you and get you to send those to us, and we provide a free critique. Why am I doing that? Sampling, okay? There's a guy in America, I must say that I do borrow the phrase from him, where he says, you know, the idea is when you're a consultant or an advisor, then you should actually show people that you can help them by actually helping them. So that's what we do. It's all about sampling. So if you would like a critique of your Facebook ads because they're not working, just type below your details. Yes, JD, I'd like a critique. We'll actually messenger you and then get you to send those to us, and we'd be happy to do it. The whole idea of doing that is that you might fall in love with our critiquing and decide to do something with us. Okay, I'll leave it with you, and if you wanted to come to tomorrow night's event, it's wowevening.com.au, and it's on the Gold Coast, and it kicks off at 6. All the best. I can't get out of here, by the way. I'm pressing and pressing and pressing finish. Facebook doesn't want to let me out. I'll give it one more shot. Okay, I'm going to put my hand up there.